think now I may be live, but if they don't get back on in a couple minutes, then I'm going to take a trip back on the good old Steel Hill. I don't know what happened to my co-host. Mm,
All right, I don't know what happened. Hey, Dr. Bay, I don't know. It just went like boom. As soon as I shut down, I have no idea what happened. We're like, what's going on there? So we're back now. What do I hear? What I hear in the back with the echo in the background? All right. Oh, I know it's a whole lot of stuff connected here. All right, Dr. Bay, we're back.
all right.
Oh, you sounding better this time. You sounded a little weak the first time. Now you're back.
I didn't
Go
change
ahead. That's
anything.
right. Yeah, you sound a little stronger this time. You were like, okay. So that's why we were engaged in a conversation about the white man being the only one privileged in the U.S. And I thought about that while we were doing our technical stuff. And I said, when you see the white man walking around the street, or you know, I wonder what goes through the mind. That's a really good point to make. But you know what? This is what I'm gonna say. I think, and I'm not gonna say all white women, but to me, white women act more privileged than the white men in some respects. To me, do you think that, Dr. Fight?
In what regard?
Just overall attitude when you're out and about, and you interacting with people. To me, some of the white women are their attitude is dismissive to me, or not recognizing other people that's in their surroundings. Maybe like stepping in front of you, or as if you weren't even there. Just complete disregarding you as if you weren't there. And sometimes I don't get that exactly from the white males as I do more from the white women, because I find myself becoming very agitated with the white women, and cursing them out on almost on a daily basis, almost on a regular basis, just for being rude and disrespectful.
Well, that's um. So I'm trying to think of what areas statistically do white women lead?
Do they lead?
Yes.
Wow, that's a good question. I never thought about it in that way. Are you talking personal wise, or are you talking business wise?
I'm just talking about statistically in any arena. Where do white women stand at the helm to be the number one statistic in that area? And I think, I don't know this true. I'll have to look this up. I think white women probably hold more managerial positions in the United States. I think.
Repeat that again, because you sound like
I think white women hold more managerial positions in the United States. And don't quote me on that, because I can't think of any other statistic on the planet, in the globe, where white women lead.
now that part I
So,
agree with you right there. I
so
agree
to
with
say
you right
that they
there.
have some type of privilege would to say that they're leading in statistics. And to be honest with you, when it comes to wealth in reported Fortune 500, or those companies and who are at the helm, white males, Asians, Jews, lead that list by far than any other
Oh,
statistical group
absolutely,
on
absolutely.
the planet. So, and I don't know that anything that they may lead on is a privilege to lead on.
I'm gonna say this: when you ask that question about white women in managerial positions, what I find is that there are more unqualified white women in those positions. They're not qualified to hold those positions. So that would be my take on that.
Mm. Well, I think the greatest group to benefit from DEI probably was white
Or,
women.
right now, I agree with you there wholeheartedly. Yep, yep, yep.
But since too many blacks, men or man or woman, were starting to receive equal opportunities as them and make some of the same similar money, that's what alarmed. It was too much of an alarming rate. It wasn't drastic or something like that that automatically opened all kind of doors for
Hmm.
blacks. However, it's the fear that it's more of them than it is us, which is a horrible fear, because black folk only make up 14% of the population, but 40% of the prison population. So when you when you think about statistics, we run into this fear tactic or fear mongering to be able to say that this group of people is starting to take over. That's why we have to make America great again, because we got to take away from those who are in charge and put them back in their proper place. Because if we go to use the word again, then we got to refer to another point in time where it was great. And the only time that it was great is when they were the masters and they held control, and when white men were calling all the shots.
You,
Well,
you know what I find disheartening is the fact that you make a valid point when you say they are afraid, that it's fear that makes them go back to this place in time where they think they believe that they were in control. That to me is that I that's the only thing I would want to sit down and look at someone's face and say, what is it that you see about me that makes you so afraid? That would be my question, because I can't in my mind logically understand why me moving forward or getting anything is going to make you afraid, unless it's because you've done so much wrong and spread so much hatred and vitriol throughout your life that you're afraid that karma's going to come back and get you. That's the only thing I can think of. And you're right. We said only what 14% or 12% of the population. And think about this: when you go into more prominent neighborhoods or schools, and what you see for sure is that you have a little sprinkle of pepper over here, a little sprinkle of pepper over here. So you don't see us in large groups, in these more prominent areas and more prominent positions. And so my question again is, what are you so afraid of? I just want somebody to answer me that question. As a white person, what are you so afraid of?
well, the fear is just what I said. The fear is that some body of any color is going
Mhm.
to take a job that they feel like belongs to them.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm really trying to process that. When people say that to me, I'll always ask that question because I have worked around women of all races, and I'm gonna be honest. I said I have seen some white women do some cutthroat, really horrible things to other women, not just women of color, but to other white women. So I know that they can do some stuff. But my question, and I have one yet to answer me this question. So all you white women out here listening to us, somebody said on the thing, said that's good, my sister. Okay, so for all you white women out there that's listening, or you're gonna listen to us later on YouTube, whatever, can you answer me that question? I just want you to just answer me, look at me and say, what is it you're fearful of me, of my daughter, or any other black woman? What are you afraid of? Because guess what? We know, as our mothers raised us and said, you cannot have stepped in the world. You have to come with your education. You have to come being able to communicate. You have to come and be comfortable in a room that's full of white people and still hold your own. So we're most of us are raised that way. So we already coming at a level that kind of puts us in a corner almost, but that we have to come out fighting for what we want. So you already, when you walk into a room full of white people, they're going to embrace you, but they're going to stare at us and say, "Ooh, I wonder why they're here." So that's what we deal with every day. So that's my question: is that what are you afraid of? That fight, Brianna? Anything?
I don't know that my answer changes about the fear. You
I just
know,
want you to address them. You said the fear of them taking something from them. What are we taking from you? That's what I'm going. What do you think that we're taking from you? That's my whole question.
They don't know.
Now you might have said something right there, Brother. Brother said they don't know. They just know that what that they just got to keep so called keep black women in a place. Is that what it is?
Apparently. Because I don't know what their issue is.
Right, exactly.
And then when you ask them, like, what's the issue? They can get in there themselves.
Because maybe they've never asked themselves the question. So maybe if they start asking themselves the question about what are you so afraid of, maybe they'll ask themselves, well, yeah, what am I afraid of? What am I afraid of? That's the thing. All right. So we're gonna let you all ponder on that for a minute, and then we're gonna go on to the next topic. Oh, real quick, but Miss McConnell in the hospital, y'all. Okay. Anybody got any comments on that one?
No.
Okay.
I ain't had no comment.
Dr. Mike don't start with me. So every time he do that, I know it's gonna be something gonna come out of his face that's going to. I'm like, oh my God. Go on, Dr. Mike, because you already get up ready to go. He said, oh, I don't know.
I don't have no comment. I pray for him. I never wish any ill will on anybody. I pray for him.
Even though he unleashed Trump on all of us.
Right, that's what I said. Even though he unleashed that animal that's in the White House, he unleashed all of that upon us on Trump's first term. And that was it. I'm like that, but I don't really have anything nice to say, so I'm just gonna shut up.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have anything nice to say.
Look,
So my mother always said, "You don't have anything nice to say, then shut up." So I'm just quiet.
I saw it yesterday. I looked, I said, and that's all I did. I just closed out. Yeah, what they say?
Yeah. I really don't have anything else to say about old Mitch. I don't. But so all of you all who went to that UFC crap, here's something. Oh, let me not forget this. President Obama, the Obama Center opens up this week, Juneteenth, and if you all have not seen it, my family's going to go. And if you all have not, it's beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. How many blocks it spans? It spans a couple of blocks. It's got beautiful parks. It's it's got the whole basketball court, the whole sports facility attached to it. It's absolutely beautiful.
They said NBA size.
Oh, it has to, because look at the center. I mean, it's Dr. Fight. When you come into town, you're gonna have to go to the Obama Center. Put your gym shoes on. Find somebody there. Go play a one-on-one game of basketball or whatever. But it's divine. I mean, you got the bronze statue of Michelle and Barack holding hands right outside of it. Simply beautiful.
They got a beautiful portrait that somebody painted on the inside. So they did a video today to look at the beautiful portrait.
So listen here, old Donnie boy. Eat your rotten little heart out, you rotten little evil little troll. I can't. Lord, I'm trying. But God already know my heart, because you know how I feel about that man. You know how I feel all of them people. Okay. But anyway, I digress. Barack Obama and Michelle, they're already home, so they're already in town, which means traffic is hell. We love you, but when you come home, traffic is hell.
Oh, no. It's shut down.
Oh, Lord.
That whole side from,
oh, God.
Was it Stony Island
to
63rd, can't get down it.
Oh, my God.
From now to opening day.
Oh, my God.
I'm like,
oh, my God. Anyway, we're glad that you all are home, but the traffic be a bitch. I mean, and you got 4 other presidents coming. You got the Clintons coming. You got Kamala coming. Oh, my God. It's going to be like
George Jr.
Damn, George Jr. coming into town, too. Oh, God. Oh.
I want to have George Jr. in the hood.
George Jr. coming to the south side of Chicago. Okay, don't laugh.
But he got to come, he got to see his girl Michelle.
He got to see Michelle, because I can tell you, George was pissed off when that white trash MMA fighter said Michelle looked like a man. I bet you George was George Jr. Because George Jr. loved him some Michelle.
Don't talk about Michelle.
Yeah, George Jr. loves some Michelle now. I'm pretty sure.
Don't talk about Michelle.
Yeah. Because George got to come. He got to talk to Michelle. Got to be smiling off in Michelle's face. Yeah. I mean, Barack be cool. Barack is cool with it. But I'm just saying, George, he's like, well, of course he does, because he had Condoleezza Rice. So, yeah. And it's this is just me saying, I believe him and Condoleezza had an affair at one point. But this is me. That's just me. Okay, Dr. Fight got his hands up his mouth because he's waiting to say something. So go on, Dr. Fight. Go ahead on, because you like always out of order. So go ahead.
No, I mean, I can't wait to schedule a trip. I was just in Chicago a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
But I can't wait to come back just for this. I'm going to, my wife and I plan on scheduling some time to just go and enjoy this moment in history.
Come on in, my brother. Come on in.
I think that, the competitive nature that Donald Trump has with the Obamas is going to be interesting to watch and see how he responds to this, because I think that he wants to build his own center and foundation, and in his mind it's going to be bigger and better. But the ideal behind the Obama Foundation is one of which where it's community oriented. It's not a monument to themselves. It
definitely is. It's that.
Tell him to take that $400 million jet he got from Qatar and turn that into his
Would that have been a good idea, right? Take that jet and turn it into his own museum. That jet he got from Qatar.
His shrine to himself.
Yeah. Well, he's not. Well, and you know, this is how classy Michelle and they are. They even extended the invitation to that pig. There is no way in God. I'm not that generous because God's still working on me. There is no way in hell you're gonna put gorillas on my face and say all kinds of stuff, and then I'm still gonna extend an invitation to you or your white trash family. Oh no. Oh God, no.
Furthermore, he ain't gonna step a toe in Chicago because they're gonna be ready for his ass whatever he.
Man, the Obama Center is right in the middle of South Side of Hyde Park, and I'm telling you, we literally watched this thing go up. We watched the roads get ripped up. We watched being redirected. Like, where the hell we going? We just watched the whole thing go up, and I tell you, it's simply beautiful. That's all I can say. It's beautiful.
It's something for everybody. It's something for the kids.
It's something everybody say. I can't wait to go in and see that. So I'm gonna try to give me a picture of the Oval Office. You know, it's the replica of the Oval Office. So I'm gonna try, but I know it's not gonna be a whole lot of damn people in there trying to sit in the Oval Office in the replica of the Oval Office. So I'm gonna try to give me a picture because I really want one.
Good luck with that.
Well, you know, but it's opening day and it's everybody, mama gonna be there. You know, I get it's going to require me to get up at 5 a.m. and get there because the Secret Service, the Chicago PD, they're gonna rep all around. All I want is get to the garage. All I want to do is make it to the garage. Just let me get to the garage and park. That's all I want to do. And then we can walk the rest of the way to the center. All I want is get to the. I mean, they have a parking structure there for you, so you don't have to worry about trying to find parking on the street. Just, I mean, you don't even have to go inside. It's just beautiful gardens and grounds that you can walk around on. You know, got a little it's something real, but you can see the lake over there. It's just, if you want to go to the Museum of Science and Industry, they made a way for you to just walk over to the museum. When I tell you, it's simply marvelous, you all, simply marvelous.
It's beautiful.
That's all I got to say. It's marvelous. Dr. White, make sure you get here and get the family here so you all can go there and see that.
Yeah, we're looking to plan an opportunity because this is the thing. You know, there are certain moments and parts of history that is important to our children. The buffoonery that we see coming out of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, it's self-highlighting to the point where, you know, it's not community driven. Anytime a president in front of the country is asked about the American people and they're suffering about the rise in costs and inflation on items and different things, and his response is the number one priority is that Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon.
That's what he said.
He said that. Oh wait, I'll tell you what he said. He said Iran doesn't need to have a nuclear weapon. He said, I don't know why people are stressed about the inflation. I love inflation.
Oh.
And then he's this is all what he said after he had a full-blown meltdown in the NBC interview. Yeah, he said, I love inflation. And I was reading comments because people took that snippet and they were sharing all over social media. Ooh, what they telling him about himself.
But those same ones who are adding comments, you all the same ones who voted for that trifling troll. You all did that. You all did that. So now the trifling troll, the trifling fat troll. Let me clarify myself. Okay, that trifling fat illiterate troll. Let me consistent. Because he never understands anything that anyone says. When you ask him a question, he has to try to figure out what they're asking and then try to answer. But he's never appropriate with his questions. Never.
So I have a question.
What's the question?
So I have a question. Who's going to tune in to JD Vance on the View tomorrow?
Oh, that's right, JD Vance. First of all, let's see if Whoopi gonna sit there. Because if it were me, I'm not going out there with that. So JD Vance is trying to hawk his book. What is the name of the book anyway? I don't even know. I don't even care.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see who gonna make it through that interview.
I don't know if Joy gonna make it through that interview. I don't know if Whoopi gonna make it through that interview.
Well, Joy is on a leave right now. She over in filming some.
Joy. Well, thank God Joy ain't there because Joy be like, I'm not even going out there. So Whoopi is going to try to put on her professional hat. She's going to try to sit there. But let me tell people, I understand what my limitations are when dealing with certain people. So I wouldn't sit there. I'm like, and who coming? Yeah, I'm gonna take a sick day that day. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm never do it.
Well, here, this just came in. So the UFC boss Dana White
Hey,
said,
Victor Pat. Oh, this Dr. Patterson.
Pastor Patterson.
Pastor Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "What up? What up? What up, Pastor Patterson?" Now, what happened?
So Dana White came out and said, "Never get to another fight in DC."
What's your problem? What's his problem? He made millions of dollars. Trump made sure he got millions. What the hell is his problem?
I can guarantee he probably ain't got nothing.
Who was Dana White anyway?
The boss of the owner, president of UFC.
Oh, the president of you. What is the UFC? What is
UFC?
it? Okay, somebody clarify. I mean, I don't want to sound stupid, but is this MMA or is this just boxing? What the hell is it?
No, mixed martial arts.
Oh, it's mixed martial arts. Oh, okay, I want to. Okay, I want to clarify. Oh, okay, because I'm a little confused.
Look, do you see all that confusion in DC? They never know where they coming or going.
Well, I just wanted to be sure. I thought it was mixed martial arts, but I didn't want to say something out of pocket and look really crazy. So I wanted to clarify. I don't have a problem asking questions. I don't.
Again, do you see what's in DC?
Oh yeah. But let me just paint you all this picture.
Oh.
So last night, well, Melania getting paid to make appearances. So this is one she had to go sit with the little pig, and then but
it's his birthday.
Oh, it was his birthday. Damn, I thought we was gonna have some new news on his birthday, but it's okay. Yeah, so we didn't get no more news out of that for his 80th birthday. And so what's her name? The daughter was there, but her husband wasn't there. Oh, Jared wasn't there. Oh, Krishna wasn't there. So Ivanka was there. But this is what I'm gonna say to all this, and I'm gonna finish with this part of the story. You can have all the billions of dollars in the world. You can put on the most expensive gowns, the best made suits, best tailor made suits. You can do all of that, but it will never take the stench off the fact that you all are still white trash. You are white trash with money. Okay, so don't think that you're better than anyone else. You're simply white trash. So that's all of them. And then the comment about Michelle being a man. Somebody must not have told Stumpy to look at his wife. To look at Melania with that hard man chisel face.
Wait.
And all that. So let's clarify who looks like the man. And it is certainly not Michelle Obama. It is that's married to that Russian whore.
I got
that's what I'm being clear.
I got the best thing ever. Somebody put Caitlyn Jenner.
Look at Dr. Mike, somebody for your.
Wait, look, no. Somebody put Melania Trump and Caitlyn Jenner side by side. They look like the man. And when they showed that picture, I said, "Damn, they do look alike."
Yep. Caitlyn Jenner and Melania? Yeah, that's why I said you talking about Michelle. What the hell are you talking about? Huh?
That's a pretty shot.
Oh yeah.
One of my friends took that.
Oh yeah, see that? Y'all see that right there? That's the Obama Center right there. Brandon's pull up. It's beautiful. And I tell y'all, it's beautiful. Now that's why when you and the family come in town, don't be trying to diss us. You understand? Don't be trying to diss us. Because we'll go to the Obama Center as many times as we want. So we'll meet the fam at the Obama Center, and then we'll take you all out to lunch.
Yeah, because y'all gonna have to because them tickets is like $30 to get in there. So
you want me to buy the tickets? I buy y'all the tickets because you want me to buy the tickets.
And I believe Illinois residents either get in free on a certain day and get discounted tickets.
Oh, so that's what you want me to get some discounted tickets? I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Yeah, let's get them residential tickets. And
okay, I got you.
At the door now.
Okay. Oh, don't worry. We got you covered. Don't worry about it.
No. Don't tell that. I'm familiar with that. All you gotta do is the person that buy them. They're the one that got to show their ID. Everybody else is wrong.
Okay, don't worry. We got you covered. We got you covered, my friend. All right. So we look forward to Dr. Fight and the fam coming into town. I finally get to meet his wife in person. I get to meet the children in person. So yes. Now don't let Brayden scare y'all, because Brayden might scare y'all because he's a little bit of a handful. So.
I think he's gonna have his match in Maya.
Well, Maya might get along just fine. Yeah. Maya might think she Brayden balls. All right. Okay. We're going to take a break and then Dr. Fight. We're going to go to Dr. Fight because we have missed on the couch of Dr. Fight. I tried to pitch him for you a couple of times. Brandon said, leave it alone. Brandon said, Mom, don't do it. Just leave it alone. So I left it alone.
I say because you messing up the segment. So now
Okay, so Dr. Fight, get your Dr. With Dr. Fight on the couch with Dr. Fight ready. We're gonna take a musical break, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna be on the couch with Dr. Fight that we missed. Um, he better have a good one too. He better have some good ones. I'm not playing with you. I didn't even hear what he said. What he said?
You ain't gonna like me today.
Oh God. Oh God. When he said that,
Already
you
putting
know,
that
oh
out in the
God.
atmosphere. You ain't gonna like me today.
I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna
well,
take me.
look, well, look.
If I drunk alcohol, I would say give me a drink before Dr. Pike comes back.
Well, look.
I can't even take a drink.
He gave you a warning, so you ain't. Now you'll be surprised whatever it is, but he gave you a heads up. You good?
All right. Oh Lord Jesus. All right, you guys, welcome back to Something to Talk About. This is this part of the show where Dr. Fight is going to be on the couch with Dr. Fight. He already gave me a heads up that I probably wouldn't like this one today. So it's okay. Anytime he tells me that I'm prepared, I guess. But if you guys were tuning in and listening to KEL and radio, that is the single called DDG. That single was written and produced by my musical architect G. Ellis and published by EV Publishing. So that is literally our brand new single performed by Brian Wilson, Brian B. Wilson, son of Ronnie Wilson and uh, oh God, the Wilson brothers from the Gap Band. So there y'all go. That's our new single. So when you hear it, DDG, that's us. That's us. Produced by LB Media. Booyah. All right, Dr. Fight, let's go. Go, come on, make me mad.
Go ahead and share the video. We'll talk about it.
Let me not even look, let me just let my ears hear.
I don't think that's a good thing for you, but you can't be taking it. Oh. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
From your vantage point.
Monogamy, it's fake. I think when it comes to romantic partnership, the expectations on our partners are unrealistic.
Why do you think that?
Like, because of how we operate in every other relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So we have multiple friends. We have multiple, sometimes siblings. We come out with two parents if your daddy ain't abandoned you. Right. You know what I mean? But you have multiple people that serve as this, whatever the relationship is.
Yeah.
But when we go to romantic partnership, the expectations of them to answer immediately, which we don't do even at our jobs sometimes. We said we're gonna wait it out a little bit. Why can't your partner have a couple hours to himself? Yeah. Creating space for yourself. You want space, but no, when in romantic partnership, you're supposed to be all up under the person. You want to be in their skin. This idea of how we operate with our romantic partners, to me, is just not a healthy concept of what it looks like to have a healthy relationship with another person. And then I also believe that this idea of a soulmate, staying with one person for the rest of your life and nobody else. What? That don't even sound like fun. Don't we want to live? We only got one life.
What's the...
Oh, is that it?
So the question becomes, here's the question is more so, is monogamy natural or just traditional?
For me, it's natural. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm gonna speak for me. For me, is natural. I can't. First of all, can I say this before Dr. Fight plug you before I say this?
What makes it natural?
Okay, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Shut up. But here's the question. That bitch is crazy. Now what I'm gonna say. She's crazy. You stink nasty. You're funky. You this is what when people start putting out stuff like that, you're making you're making an excuse, or you're trying to make a logical make it sound logical that okay, we're not supposed to be monogamous, we're not supposed to be, just so you can be a whore and do whatever you want to in the street. Well, look here, sweetheart. If you want to whore around the street, do that, but don't put it out there in the world as if it's okay. Now let me speak for me. It's not okay for me. So I could never be in that kind of relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it, because I don't agree with it. And I think people who say stuff like that, I think that's an excuse for them to say, this is who I am, accept me or not, but this is who I am, and this is what I'm going to do to you. So you could either be with me and accept those terms or not. I'm done. I'm waiting on you, Dr. Fight. I'm waiting on you.
So let me ask you another question.
Oh Lord, why you gotta keep asking me questions when you know what this does to me?
I'm just saying, like, okay, so when you say it's natural, right? Do you have any biblical support?
No. I mean, no, I don't. I don't have any other way. Wait, let me clarify. No, yes, there is. No, let me clarify this. In the Bible, there are different men who have multiple wives. I understand that. I read that. I understand that. And so if people I had that conversation years ago when is Ren's brother I had the conversation with, and he said that he said he didn't believe in being monogamous because then he started throwing out the scripts in the Bible and the stories in the Bible, and that's what I said. Well, we don't live like that now. That's not how we live. So and I'm gonna be honest. I said this is why you ask yourself. God created me at a certain time in a certain time and space in the world because certain stuff like that I can't deal with stuff like that. That's not okay for me. That's not cool for me. So I couldn't have been in the biblical times because I'd have been fighting people, or so that yeah, I couldn't do it. Not made that way. Not fight. Go ahead on.
So here's the thing. Like, first of all, let me just preface everything and anything that I'm going to say is that I believe in monogamous relationships. 100%. I believe in monogamous relationships. However, to hold someone to a standard that they're not capable of keeping, I think is a little far-fetched. There are persons on this planet that have commitment issues in every area and arena. This current generation. Now let's compare generations. Our foreparents and my grandparents worked one job for 30 years and retired. Mm-hmm. One job, one company for 30 years and retired. This current generation right now, by the time they turn 50 years old, have had 8 jobs on average. Okay. So to say, hold on, I'm sorry, Amir, hold on.
Dr. Price said, but here's the thing that I'm laughing because when you're younger and you're starting off your working career, I would quit a job in a heartbeat. So and
that's to my point. The commitment to one job is a foregone conclusion. However, the commitment to advance and to make money is not. We are looking and striving to make more, to advance in titles and positions. We're continuing to wanting to advance. The whole idea, and I'm just talking to men. This is Father's Day coming up this week, so let me talk to men. The idea of most men is to conquer as much as you possibly can on the planet. That comes with finances, that comes with businesses, that comes with automobile, cars, accoutrements, creature comforts in society. And so when you get to relationships, when you have a conquering mentality as a man that you have developed over the course of time, when it comes to love, then now how do you erase that conquering mentality now when it comes to just being monogamous to one person? It's virtually impossible in today's generation.
That's why I'm gonna disagree with you with that.
But statistics show that this generation does not get married at the same rate as any generation prior to it.
Again, I'm going to disagree with you. I said, well, they may not get married at the same rate. But it's not like some of them they don't want to be married. It's just the fact that they have not found the right person. But I think they still want to be married. It's finding the right person. Because I heard something today where people were asking maybe a similar question like you, but it was saying how women who have elevated themselves and have their own businesses and making their own money, they said women are more Black women are by themselves because they make a conscious choice not to deal with a man who is not at the same level. So they choosing to stay by themselves. So I'm saying what you're talking about is that women saying if a man is not at my same level or have the same aspirations as I do, then I'll just be by myself. I don't think it's not that they don't want to be married. They just don't want to marry the wrong person.
Well, I mean, the largest growth in relationship types is polygamy in the last 4 years. 4 years ago, there were roughly 50,000 people living in a polygamous relationship. In 2026, it is projected over 100,000 people live in this. And as we continue to keep trending, it's going to continue to double and triple more and more each and every day. because the relationship and the arrangement of the relationship is less sexual than it is management of the life and household. And so it's been demonized as something that it's multiple sexual partners, which is a true assessment of the relationship, because at some point, regardless of the arrangement, at some point you're going to be sleeping with multiple people in one house. However, the initial arrangement is more so of convenience, more people paying into the pot in order for us to live, more people sharing in the day-to-day operations of cooking and cleaning and caring for children, and all of those things go into play, which seems to be more manageable than just saying me and you by ourselves in a monogamous situation can manage this household, right? And so people are coming up with justifications of why it makes sense more so than just having two people, when having more people makes it easier. And as this current generation and current society continues to adopt this mentality and idea, it's pushing monogamy out the window. And it's making justification of persons having to settle with sharing somebody with other people. And statistics prove there are more women on this planet than there are men. So unless the women are going to be with other women, and then even those statistics become worse, because now you're looking at heterosexual males as possible options, when that's on the decline statistically. More men are starting to explore sexuality from a transgendered ideology, as well as a gay ideology, as well of a what they call it, polyamorous, and even now more so they use this asexual type of ideology, where there is no gender base, you sleep with anybody, anything. It's asexual idea. So as these ideas rise, and then as you got the prison population of men on the rise, you now have a limited population for the heterosexual female to have. I mean, the options are few and far and few between. I had a young lady say on another show that I was on, I think that somebody peed in this current dating pool, because it is not good. You got men out here that's looking for a woman to help them financially, or they're homeless and they need somewhere to stay, because I currently got a living arrangement that I need to find somebody else to live with, because I'm living with a couple of guys, I'm living with my parents. And
what that says to me is that if you're a guy and you're going through all that, you need to man up. You really do. And I'm gonna be honest, I said that I cannot deal with a man, a soft man. I cannot. Men used to say, you know what? If I have to work 2-3 jobs or whatever, I'll do what I have to do to take care of myself. Not look for a woman to help subsidize your lifestyle or your way of living and help you pay your bills. Do you know how punkish? And I'm gonna say that how weak and how punkish that is. That is so unattractive. That, oh my God, if I met someone and you started saying that to me, I'm instantly shut down. Because you and I can have zero conversation, because you don't even know what it's like to be a man and stand on your own. So our conversation is done. It's done. We're not going any further with that. So any woman that a man approaches you and you say something like that, and even when you get into a relationship, a monogamous relationship, and a man says, well, we're going to split this 50-50. 50 what? I'm not, and I've said this repeatedly on the show, I'm not doing anything 50-50 with a man. If you expect me to do 50-50, then you know what? You don't need to be a man. I don't need to be you. Go away. Go away. I'm okay with being by myself. I am hella okay with being by myself, because I do not need to raise somebody else's son. I'm not doing it. I got a grandson right here. That's the only one that I would help raise. Anybody, any other male? Bye. No, I wouldn't. I don't care what statistics say. That's not who I am. That's not how I was raised. And people need to stop saying to me, in my opinion, this is how the world is now. That's not all the world. That's maybe in your world and how you view things, but that's not the whole. That's not the whole world. You know, to me, that's an excuse. That's why I use the word. That's a justification, which is that you're trying to justify your laziness or just bad behavior, in my opinion.
Well, I'll take a case study for you, and I'll use my own son. My oldest son is making great money. He works for he works in the public sector. He does well for himself. He was able to buy his own home, buy his own car. He's self-sufficient. He doesn't call and ask me for any money. He does well. He's been dating the same young lady for roughly almost 6 years now, going on 7 years. He is 27 years old, about to be 30. And I asked my son, is he ever going to get married? And he was like, well, that's not a conversation that we concern ourselves with. Because the idea, and now my son is an older Gen Zer, Generation Z. He was born in 99. And so Gen Z goes from 97 to 2012. And so he's an older Generation Z. And this is this current generation. Gen Z to Generation Alpha is not looking for commitment in the title of marriage. They may be looking for companionship, or they may be looking for love. It's a non-committal idea that this current generation has. And it's furthered even in Christendom and religion, because most of this generation doesn't believe in the institution of church. They believe they are spiritual, but they're not religious. So they believe in a higher power. They just don't believe in the idea of that power operating through a religious organization like Methodist, Baptist, Episcopalian, Apostolic, Kojic, or any other title you can put it on. They believe in a supreme being and honor that, but not through the institution of church. It's because these institutions in this generation are slowly but surely they're going away from the institution of marriage. They're going away from the institution of church. They're going away from these institutions. And for us, the previous generations who still respect these institutions are trying to look at this current generation and make them see it the way we see it. Is a losing battle. We have to find another way to combat this ideology that they currently have. And I think that we have to really explore where this is birthed from. Where does this idea come from? And I think it's coming from this idea of commitment. I think we utilize commitment as something that is fluid and not something that is concrete. Because back in the day, you can shake hands and that means you were committed. It wasn't a fluid idea. It was a concrete idea that I'm going to do my part, you're going to do your part, and we're going to be fine. But now you got to sign 700-page documents for legality purposes so that we can get into commitment. I mean, think about it. Back in the day, you can go to the corner store and, they'll let you. I get paid Friday. So on Tuesday, you can leave with milk and all kind of other stuff, but you'll come back on Friday when you get your check to pay for the stuff that you got earlier in the week. Now that idea is gone. They're not giving away free items to people until till the first of the month when you get your check. No, that's not what's happening, because our society has shifted and changed. Back in the day, you can knock on your neighbor's door and borrow 2 eggs to be able to, finish your dinner or get you some salt or sugar, to be able to do something in your house. Now we barely even talk to our neighbors. We park in the garage, we drive out, we see them, wave, and keep on driving. We don't even have a full-blown conversation in most cases, because our neighborhoods have changed and we don't even know who we live next to anymore. Society as we know it has shifted because our ideologies have shifted. And until we, the people who wants to protect these institutions, do something to aid and abet some positives about these institutions, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the statistics are rising of divorces. It used to be 50%. It's getting to be now 55, 60% of the people who get married get divorced. Like, this is ridiculous. We're going to be at 100% of people who get married get divorced. Why is that? we keep saying communication. No, half the time people are getting divorced not because they didn't communicate. It's more so because they couldn't honor their vows. I mean, even financially, I couldn't honor my vows. Instead of bringing my check home to help pay the bills in this house, I'm buying rims and doing stuff that make me happy. You know, that's a problem to somebody who says that you're going to be the only one that I honor, but I'm sleeping with 2 and 3 other people. That's a commitment issue. We can talk about it all day long and say, no, this is what I want to do. But who's going to accept that when you believe that monogamy is where we're supposed to be?
Well, this is when you come in and we always say, you know, you have free will. You make a choice. You make a choice whether you're going to be faithful, whether you're going to take your vows serious, or you're going to take whatever relationship in that you're serious. And I dare to say as well is that when women are with men and they say that I'm fine with the way the relationship is, I would challenge the woman to say, why are you okay with just living with someone or being with someone and not having a true commitment? Because honestly, just being with someone for a certain amount of time is not true commitment in my opinion. And I think that when you talk to a woman one-on-one and you really have a good conversation, I would bet she would say, you know what? Well, I would prefer for us to be married, but this person is not wanting to be married, so I'm just going to accept this the way that it is. And then this person, you'll go along for years and years and years until you decide, you know what? Why can't I be a wife? Why can't I be someone's spouse? Why do I have to accept this? But then you'll realize that you have wasted like years of your life telling yourself, this is what I want. And you accepting something, not really having what you really want. Most women, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be going out on a limb, and I know the other generations, but most women will say that they want to be married. Most women will say that, even if some other statistics say so. I dare to say otherwise, because I have talked to some young women who are in their 20s, some in their 30s. They would prefer to be married, but they go along with what the man wants because they don't want to leave the relationship and build something all over again. So you settle. For being this way instead of being true to who you are. I think that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you have to be true to who you are. You know, even if the person is great, and in all respects except the fact that they don't want to be married, then you're not getting what you want. Why are you settling? And I had a couple of other women, so that's how I look at that. You know, if I might put something else up here. What's this?
Well, no, I'm giving. This was sent to me about 3 times today, and this is what we're dealing with in today's generation. And I just want to bring some highlight to this.
It's a good. This is Katrina Mason, formerly Christopher Mason. Yes, from Downey, California. The father of 6 has been sentenced to 9 years in federal prison for stealing $2 million in a PPP fraud scheme. And she used the money for gender transition surgery. Did I say that right? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. She went from a man to a woman. She paid for the surgery. She used all that stolen money. Not only did she pay for herself, she paid for 2 friends' gender surgery. Yeah, she was like the gender surgery Santa Claus. And what's messed up is she has 6 kids, 2 baby mamas. She owes $70,000 in back child support. She didn't even give them money. Like, you stole $2 million. You could have gave them $70,000 to take care of your back. That's how selfish Katrina, formerly Christopher Mason, was. And now she's going to an all-male prison, which I don't know. That may be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure some dudes in that prison can't wait to get their hands on her. But her eyebrows is banging. I ain't even gonna lie. Her eyebrows is incredible. Yeah. Katrina Mason from Downey, California, father of 6, formerly Christopher Mason. That's nasty work.
This is the current generation. My generation, my grandparents, my parents, my grandparents, and my great grandparents has never thought in a million years that people would feel like I'm a man in a woman's body and vice versa. Like, and then try to alter your gender to be something else, because I'm not committed to how I was even born. So I'm going to be committed to somebody else. I'm not even committed to me and my gender. I want to switch. So I'm going to be committed to somebody else in a relationship. And here's another thing. That I need. Maybe this is another segment for another time, and we'll come back next week and talk about this. But how is it that you can change your gender? You can be a male and change to female. And watch this, and like females.
I don't understand that. I don't get it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get it. So somebody who can explain it to me, because I honestly, because I'm saying you gay. That's how I look at it. But I completely do not understand that. Now, I'm gonna be first to say. So yeah, we're gonna have to visit that because So here's the thing. You were a man. You turned into a woman. And you still no you want a man. No, you were a man turned into a woman, but you don't want a woman. You want a man. That's what I'm perplexed and confused. I don't know.
So are they.
Right. And that's what's wrong with the world. It's a whole bunch of confused people. They don't understand if they coming or going. If the green light means really green, or do it mean stay? Does the red light mean stay? They have no idea what they're doing. That's why I said all of this boils down to me. Parenting issues. Where was the mom and the daddy when you were having these confusing thoughts? You should have talked to your parents. Let's have some conversations. I will always say some of the people who are transgenders, or they say, you know what, they come out and they bisexual or they're homosexual, whatever it is. Most of them have said, you know, when I could talk to my parents, you know, it gave them the confidence to be who they are. All these other confused people, you always find somebody to talk to. Preferably start with Jesus. That's where you start at first. And, you know, and having a talk with Jesus. It'll be all right. But I don't understand that. Dr. Fight, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, you know, we haven't represented Jesus well.
True.
As a church. I mean, when we talk about things that the church has done over the last 20 years, it is horrible. Just the news stories and articles. Who would ever thought that today's pastor would have children with people in the congregation stealing money? I mean, just some of the stories we hear and some of the sermons that come from the pulpit are not biblical. The people in their vantage point or view of the church is skewed by the lack of trust from the pulpit. You can't trust the people behind the pulpit to give you a rightly divided word, to give you a sound vision of leadership and shepherding. We're in a bad state as a country.
And it is because people don't have any, you know, to me, it's just self-control. People put in their minds, I want to do this, and by God, they just go do it. It's like it's like there's no stopping. Just whatever I want to go to, just run roughshod and just do it. There's no thinking about the consequences of your choices. Then when you're made to think about the consequences, then you're like, oh my God, how could I have done that? You know, but where are the consequences? This is how we was raised. When you do stuff, there's a consequence for your actions. People are not taught that. Even like when they're raising young kids now, the kids are able to do and say things that they want to do without consequences. So that starts at a young age. You know, when we did certain things, if you kept on doing something, you're gonna get to no, stop doing that. Nope. And after I tell you, you're gonna get tired, and your parents gonna pop the hell out of you and say, did I tell you to stop doing that? That's a consequence. And children understand that, but if you grow up like that and there's no consequence, you just gonna do whatever the hell you want to, even as an adult, with no stopping whatsoever. That's just my thought on that. Yeah. Kids will go as far as you allow them to go. This is a parenting issue. I will say it all day and all night. It starts when the kids are in the from the womb till they start walking. It's all of that. It's all of that. Now, I'm not sitting here preaching to anybody like I was a perfect child, because my mother would tell you hell no. But no, I wouldn't even not even as a young adult was I perfect. No. So but I understood there were consequences. These people don't understand consequences for their actions. That's the first part. If you want to start somewhere, Dr. Pipe, that's my opinion. Consequences.
Well, I agree. Let me address something that you may or may not know, and it's regarding the church. The Southern Baptist Convention doubled down on their long-standing belief that women are not called to preach or pastor. Let me just say their vote to ban women serving as pastors is very disappointing. However, it's not surprising. In 2026, we still have to defend what God wants to do with God's power. Because truth of the matter is, I know the Southern Baptist Convention has been historically probably one of the oldest denominations in the United States of America. But before there was a Southern Baptist church or convention, there was a God who called whomever he pleased. From Deborah to lead, to Huldah to prophesy, to Priscilla to teach, to Mary to carry the living word in her womb. I mean, when Jesus was crucified, the women stayed. When the disciples scattered and was going all over the place, there were women going to tend to his body. Jesus was laid in the tomb. Women showed up to address him for a proper burial. And not only that, as they were going to do that, the resurrection, before there was any sermon, before there was any church, and the Spirit came in Acts chapter 2, before there was even a convention of a church, women were the first at the tomb and the first entrusted with the message: he is not here, he has risen. First voices of the resurrection were women. So, forgive me if I'm not surprised by this vote, because truthfully, if we begin to look at the makeup of the Southern Baptist Convention, it's the same people that look like the White House right now.
Oh, hello.
Because you can pass amendment, you can change bylaws, you can restrict pulpits, you can overturn God.
That's right.
Women do not preach because culture told them to. Women preach because God called them to it. And I stand, I'm just talking about me as a Black man that's a pastor of a mainline traditional Methodist church. I stand behind the sacred desk, not because I have permission from men. I stand behind that sacred desk because heaven has authorized me to. And the same heaven that authorized me is the same heaven that authorized Balaam's mule. It's the same heaven that authorized Mary and Elizabeth and Priscilla, Deborah. The same heaven that authorized me authorized my sister, my mother, my aunt. The same heaven authorized us. And so the same God that called men called women. The same Holy Spirit that fell on sons also fell on daughters. The same gospel that saved men saved women. The same God that uses men also uses women, uses animals. So while these white privileged men are sitting in a convention center and making a determination in who can stand in their pulpits, we are the rest of us, the rest of the world outside of their convention, is saying that God works outside of your convention. And we ought not be too busy to recognize that a woman can have the word and can win souls, can serve God's people, can build his kingdom. Because no vote can veto a calling. No convention can cancel anointing. No denomination can silence a voice that God himself has ordained to speak.
Amen to that, Dr. Fight.
So,
thank you, Dr. Fight, for on the couch with Dr. Fight. Much, very, very much, missed very much. We missed you. We always like to hear something that's going to speak to our spirits to get us through the week. Now let's get to it. We've been waiting all afternoon. The New York Knicks. There y'all go. Hey, Knicks. They captured their first title since 1973. Woo, Lord. 53 years ago. Good golly, Miss Molly. So many people talking about it. It was like, I was like, what, like 2, 3, when and last time, hell, it's 1973. I didn't even know what a New York Knick was. 1973, I had no idea what a New York Knick was. So we want to say congratulations
to the
Knickerbockers. I originally had said the Knicks in 4, but then that white trash at the White House. He put the whammy on them for game 3.
They lost game 3.
Yes.
Then the stench of him was in game 4. Because they was horrible in the first half of game 4. Nobody could believe the Knicks came back from 29 down in game 4.
I know, because Brother was like, I said, Brother, the Knicks won game. She said, what? I said, yeah. She was like, well, I see New York gonna lose. I was like, yeah, they won by 1 point. But it's
OG with the
tits. So congratulations. I mean, I'm glad they won at the Spurs arena, because New York already gonna be tore up anyway. So if they had been at home when they won, oh my God, God.
They've been buck wild in New York all day. New York, they're back in New York. Because they were on Good Morning America this morning. Then Jalen Brunson, he was on The View. All the ladies of The View were decked out in their Knicks gear.
In the Knicks gear.
Crazy Ellen Navarro, she was on there because she fell there for Joy Behar. Mm-hmm. She cracked. So it was a clip of her. She cracked there. She said she was talking about this. She said, "You see what they've done to me?" She said, "These bitches." That's what she said. I'm like, that she knows she don't get fired for that on ABC. How about they compare her a Knicks fan? But the Knicks, the Knickerbockers.
Well, Dr. Fight is an original New Yorker. So
the parade is on Thursday.
And so I thought about Dr. Fight. I said, well, Dr. Fight going for the Spurs. Brown was like, no, man, he going for the Knicks. I was like, okay. So
it was Knicks in 6, but Knicks in 5. So we still alive, baby. Yes, sir. New York stand up. Now look, I did offer my house to my cousins. They're still up there. Look, man, get out of New York. I'm telling you. Because Thursday, you hear me? Thursday is going down. That parade is Thursday. And I'm telling you, you ought not be in New York.
Oh, Lord.
They had the Puerto Rican parade yesterday. The Knicks parade is on Thursday. Juneteenth is on Friday. Hello in New York City.
Some family members better have some bail money. I'm gonna say, somebody better ask their family members to have some bail money. All I gotta say, because they're gonna party from now until
Monday.
Right, exactly.
They're gonna be a fool.
I mean, but that's just like not being so close so many times to a playoff or a ring and missed it for 53 years. I was like, what? I hadn't heard such nonsense. I thought the Bulls was bad, but damn,
you missed it. Then you went to like basketball purgatory in New York.
Damn,
you got to give it up. Jalen Brunson, he had 45 points in the closeout game. You know who else had 45 points for closeout game?
Look at that.
Michael Jordan.
That's why he went. Go ahead, Dr. Pyler. You got it.
Well, before I say that, Pastor Patterson which is in New York. He says it's been busy. Do y'all have my money to get me out?
Yeah, Pastor Patterson, we got your money. We got
do y'all have my money?
yeah, Pastor, we got some money for you to get you out, but don't get yourself in trouble now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, y'all, like for real, big ups to New York. And I've seen this debate on social media, so I'm gonna address it. The question has been, does Spike Lee deserve a ring?
No. Here's why. Spike Lee has had season tickets for over 4. Well, he's been a fan for over 40 years.
1985 is when he bought his
season ticket. He spent over $10 million for 40 years, and he's been there when the Knicks was god awful.
Well, you can truly say that he is a diehard Knicks fan for sure.
I mean, but just to see, I mean, think about all of
watching the constant losing and the front. Oh my God, the suckery.
But I mean, the same thing with Ben Stiller. With Ben Stiller, he's been a Knicks fan for years. He's all the way back to his dad started taking. He was 4 or 5 years old.
But the suckery of it all, that's all I'm gonna say.
It was
just sitting there. So I am elated for all of them because
you know what's surprising? She actually watched the finals. She never watches the finals. Never.
Yeah. Let me say this secondarily. Let me say this.
And for one, she didn't put
the. Yeah, go ahead, that fight.
There's a lot of things I can say about the Knicks. Like this is phenomenal. First of all, I'm just in heaven right now. Sports heaven. My Tar Heel baseball is in the World Series, College World Series. My Carolina Hurricanes from the state of North Carolina has just won the Stanley Cup, and my New York Knickerbockers, the hometown team, is now the NBA champions. I am in sports heaven right now. Okay. So let me just say that, and I'll get back to the Knicks. Two things that I want to say. That game 5, when y'all talk about Jalen Brunson scoring 45 points, right? Put that in comparison to the 49 points that the rest of the entire team had.
Right.
The rest of the team had 49 points, and he had 45 additional.
So he was the top scorer, the main scorer.
Right. But they only scored 94 points.
Right. He had over half of their points.
Well, he definitely should have been MVP then for sure.
He was.
He definitely deserved his MVP.
And now let me say this lastly about the Knicks. They are the first team in history that the big three or the trio together won the college national championship and the NBA title. That's Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges. They both played for Villanova, which beat all three of them. Played for Villanova in the championship game that beat my Tar Heels in 2016. And now 10 years later, all three of them are together and won an NBA title.
Okay. And for whatever reason, they like to win in Texas because they won the NCAA championship in Texas and they won the NBA title in Texas.
Oh, okay. All right.
Apparently, they like winning in Texas. So.
Well, I am elated for congratulations once again to the New York Knicks.
And she didn't put the win in because every time me and her go on the teams, we all
right. So the fact that we won, the only thing I missed out on is that I didn't bet on it because I kept saying the Knicks in 4, and then I said no, maybe 5. But then when I knew Trump was gone, I was like, oh hell no.
They put the win.
Oh no.
But I mean that was just crazy. But here's the thing: they were down double digits in every game. Every game.
They got a comeback. They got a comeback. Something about the second half for them is like it
clutch time.
Yeah, it brings a lot of people do it in the clutch, but it was just their time. I just can't get it.
But here's the thing: they won the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament. They won that, and when they won that, when they said this is not the only banner, this is not the only trophy we're going to raise this year, and
Because if I'm not mistaken, they said that they had won 45 games straight until that loss, and until that loss when Trump went to the game.
No.
They hadn't lost at all until that.
13. They had won 13 games straight. They hadn't lost in 46 days.
Oh, they hadn't lost in 46 days. Oh, okay.
And crazy enough, he's the 47th in office, and they lost on the 47th day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Can you say jinx? And then you got the nerve. Then you show up at the game. Then you sit there and fall asleep.
That's why you know that he was just going in to stir some trouble up. Because who sits there in a loud arena with all that noise and go to sleep?
And they only lost by 4. So, no, I'm just. Anyway, the Knicks came back. The 29-point comeback that they had, that was the largest in NBA Finals history.
Well, it's going to be a party the whole week. Our thing started off slow today, but because we had some technical issues, but we picked up. But it's going to be a week because also, we got Juneteenth coming up. So with all of that coming up for the whole week, it's good. June is a celebration. All I'm gonna say, June is a celebration. So everyone, get out there and be safe the rest of this week. Dr. Fight, welcome back. We missed you, my brother.
I don't know where I was at. I know 2 weeks ago I had a trustee board meeting. Last week I had. I don't recall getting
last week. That's her fault.
I'm gonna take ownership.
We gonna do that one.
Yeah. By the time I checked my email the next morning, I got a link late. So after about 5 o'clock, I stopped checking my email. So if you sent it like 7:30,
this is what I do. I think I'm in my groove and I'm doing stuff right or whatever. Now I was like, Brandon said, I said, oh damn, I forget. But yeah, because I try to get all these stuff organized, and I think I've done it, and then but that's why she's supposed. It's her job to do it anyway. It ain't nothing. No job to do it.
I haven't.
But I'm sorry, Dr. Fight. I'm sorry. Dr. Fight, make sure you keep tuning in and tell everybody to tune into the stations. And make sure you download our new song, DDG, y'all. Drop Dead Gorgeous.
What'd you say?
So make sure you tell everybody to reach out to the other station and ask and request our song, DDG. Drop Dead Gorgeous. It just dropped. When is it? Friday. It just dropped Friday.
Drop Dead Gorgeous. All right, I gotta go listen to it. Did you send it to me?
No, Brenda send it to that. We just played it. Did you not hear it?
He was probably out the room. I'll send it. I got you. I'll send it.
Now,
tell me on Spotify if you have Apple Music.
Did you find Dr. Payne?
I don't know. My daughter's talking to me at the same time.
Okay. Go ahead. You want to play for Dr. Payne so you can hear it? You can give him the link. Here you go. All right, you guys. Well, that is it for us tonight. You guys, we played Drop Dead Gorgeous DDG for you guys on KELM Radio. Thank you all for all those who tuned in. My thing was dead on TikTok. Thank you all for tuning in for TikTok.
It's about to go deep.
Pastor Patterson, all you guys who are on YouTube, and you guys, I know you guys will go back and watch on the YouTube because the numbers on YouTube be crazy for the video. So thank you guys for all the love and support. Always. Facebook, you do what you do. I don't need triple Facebook. Do what you do. But we love you guys. Peace out, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We have the twins. We have twin brothers that from New Jersey. Will be in the house. New Jersey, New York will be in the house tomorrow for our special interview and conversation.
Lord. Let's hope they make it.
Let's see. So we're gonna have some more. So New York and New Jersey now, so we can see how it's going there. For all the hoopla and carrying on.
Well, look, I hope the Knicks. I hope the team gets some rest because man, y'all look wild. They was on Good Morning America. They look tired
because they've been partying it because they probably can't believe it that they actually won.
Jalen Brunson, he was on the View. I'm like, y'all go get some rest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go get some rest. You all can be well prepared for the parade on Thursday. Yep. And congratulations. We just love you guys. It was a beautiful thing to see them win. And I'm just gonna say it again. I'm glad you all won off road and not at home because woo.
They was already booked while y'all not home.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right, you guys. Peace out. Thank you guys. Hey, excellence. Hey, beautiful people. We love you. Peace out. Woo! talk to you. As long as the Lord says so, we'll talk to you next week this time, and we'll talk to you tomorrow as well. Peace out. Have a good one.